those are the things too: rock, country, and rap.
Yeah.
Are there other things that we're forgetting about?
Well, we
R&B,
reggae.
reggae.
We do some reggae stuff.
okay,
Yeah,
but
that's for sure.
Let's say rap comes from R&B. Is that a true thing? Has rap just come out of nowhere, really?
Rap was
From
one
the
of
same
those.
family.
The first thing I would imagine.
Like, okay, so I've researched this a lot, right?
Hell
and
yeah.
one of the theories is rap
love this
came
stuff.
from the Chapman, the Jamaicans in Jamaica, first one to build the sound system, bring the speakers around. The whole point was to like just shout out who's DJing, drink specials, who was on the dance floor, because there was all these stunners around. You know, people would come with their own clicks, their own dance move,
makes
so
so
they
much
would do
sense.
this. And Big Kool Herc he was the first one to bring DJing into America. So he was Jamaican. So every summer he'd go to Jamaica, see these people doing these things, and so he'd throw parties. And then, you know, there would be MCs like KRS-One, who was too little to go to the party. So he'd be looking in the windows as Kool Herc would be DJing, throwing it. And then his parties became too big, so they went out to the ballpark. They went to community centers. And then eventually, once Grandmaster Flash got on, which was the next generation coming up, he was an electrician. He thought differently. So he's the one that kind of invented the crossfader. Like, okay, we can keep this beat going forever if we have another identical beat and a different time signature right behind it.
Right.
And he just, you know, he just thought of the whole, and that's hip-hop started to evolve.
That sounds like the same kind of stories I hear when I read like B.B. King's autobiography and like other musicians in different genres. It was all evolving at the same time.
Yeah.
But there's no internet, so it wasn't homogenized or anything. It wasn't connected. It was all, they were like, we're inventing shit right now.
Yeah, one person
We're coming
saw
up with
something
stuff.
dope.
And that's why I think, and especially me and my bandmates, where we came from was rock, or rap is crap. You know, rap is not music because they're not singing. And that was like kind of not like drilled into my head, but that was just what it was.
Yeah.
It was like, we're guitar, we do music, la 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 la. And so it took a lot to break through that, unfortunately. But once it did, what it was is I had to go back and relearn. So stuff like that is super exciting because it's the same shit. It's the same story, but different people in different ways, evolving in different.
And that's why I think it's important for people to have like prolific lyrics. Like it doesn't have to be about something like, you know, like political, whatever. Just put energy into what you're doing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be preachy. Like a lot of shit is preachy, and it's just like I don't care about what I should be doing. Just tell me what's up with you.
What makes a quality lyric?
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, okay, if I was going to like something I was riding around and cruising, just listening to. If you listen to like Lil Wayne, the effort he puts into his, even though he puts very little effort into his process of recording, his thought process, his thought pattern of what he's being able to create, the metaphors that he's able to put together one after another, after another, after another. You're like, oh my God, this dude's a genius. If I want to listen to someone that's complex and like their patterns, I'm gonna put on Tech Nine and the whole Strange Music dialogue because they're hitting patterns that no one else is even bothering to do.
Dude,
right?
That's what I mean. I was talking about that, and somebody who's criticism, internet people, doesn't really count, but they were just like, there's more to rap than just the patterns and the technicals. I'm like, okay, but that's what I'm interested in right now. Don't try to get me off the genre.
No.
Keep me in. Suck me in,
Are
dude.
you arguing against me or with me?
Dude,
Like, what
not,
the fuck?
some people some people do feel like their genre is theirs and it's for them. And I get that. I totally get
I
it,
get
especially
that,
when
too.
I'm honest about how I felt about it in the past. It's like I hated rap, but I didn't have a choice. I was 14. I had an autonomy. I'm playing guitar. I'm just seeing the thing. You know, it takes a lot for people to change their mind.
Yeah,
and mainly just give it a listen.
Well, I think like rap rock, rap rock had its day, and I think what got me interested was Deftones, the Adrenaline album.
Yeah.
So, he does a little bit of rapping, so where it's like hardcore and rap and shit like that. And I was just like, that like 12-year-old me is like, this is fucking
right.
This is the shit.
It gives you something to hook on to.
And then I heard about Rage because I went from Green Day, Offspring, and then once I got past Offspring, it was like all bets were off. I fucking got into everything, and once Rage like got in my blood, I was like, this is where it's at. Like, I'm not necessarily a fan of like the musicians in the band like completely. I got like a couple of them, but just the band collective, man. God damn.
Sometimes
crazy.
you get political.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say politics. I just talk about the history of what I known as like my family lineage and struggle, and the things that I reach from like my historical background that gives me power. I don't try to use it as a victim mindset. I try to use it as a way to recognize what was sacrificed, where you're at, and do something about it, So to me, it has nothing to do with politics. It just has to do with who I am and my journey.